Folks, I want to talk a little bit about how the United States government is handling the Omicron surge. So let's look at Worldometer. For those of you that don't know, it's Worldometer, right? It's a website. It exists. Let's look at the daily cases graph. So we have a situation here where, look at this. Check this out. So here's the daily cases going on with the Omicron surge. Now I want to remind everyone, last winter was a dark winter, according to the CDC, according to Joe Biden. That was a dark winter. So we are now at an average of around double, anywhere from like 1.5 to 2x to 2.5x the amount of cases that we had at the peak of the dark winter. Right now, again, deaths are a lagging indicator. So we're seeing the deaths here skyrocketed. Now again, we're in a post-vaccine world, right? Can you imagine that only like 100, only 300 people died like in July of 2021 per day? That's crazy to think about, right? But again, we're seeing these lagging indicators here. Like the deaths are starting to trending back upward again, right? So again, people get COVID, they get hospitalized, they die a couple weeks later, right? So we're seeing this giant spike that started about a week ago, right? And now, again, we're seeing the deaths start to trend upward. Now, again, the White House said that that's a success. Deaths are, like, people are not, getting COVID and dying instantly. That's a win in the case of the federal government. But I want to talk a little bit about what Dr. Fauci is saying. Dr. Fauci is hopeful. Dr. Fauci was on television telling everyone to go to work. Oh, you're sick? Go to work. You have a fever? Go to work. You don't have any masks because, they cost money and your employer won't provide them? Go to work. That's what Fauci was telling everyone. Gotta work. Gotta work. And now that the Omicron surge honestly, it's breathtaking what's happening here. Now, a week later, let's see what Fauci has to say.
Finally, sir, what's the best piece of news you can give us to start 2022?
Well, the best piece of news, George, is that if we continue, and I hope that people who are now seeing the devastating effects that this virus has done on us with an Omicron surge, that we get more people vaccinated to the point that when Omicron comes down to a low level, we keep it down at a low level enough that it doesn't disrupt our society, our economy, our way of life. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope that as we get into February and March and such, that we will be at that level of control. That's not a prediction, George, because it's dangerous to predict. I'm just telling you what I hope we can do because I believe we can do it if we do all the things available for us. Again, get vaccinated if you're not.
Now, this is the thing. This is the thing I want to focus on. This is to put a pin in this key phrase.
If we do all the things available for us.
Okay, so there's a lot wrong with this. The CDC, the week of Christmas, cut their isolation guidelines and told everyone, even if you're still sick, go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work. You're sick, go to work. You're not sick? Well, go to work, get sick, go to work because your coworkers are sick and they're going to get you sick. Then you got to go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work. That was the CDC's official guidelines. And Fauci was on television telling us that you got to go to work. You got to, our way of life. If you don't go to work at Wendy's, our way of life will be destroyed. That's Dr. Fauci's opinion. If I can't go to Burger King and get 17, double Whoppers, then my way of life is being eradicated. The American way is being eradicated. That is that fucking garbage. Now again, the idea that this surge is going to teach anyone a lesson. Did the Delta surge teach anyone a lesson? Did the dark winter from last year teach anyone a lesson? No. The idea that people are going to now decide to get vaccinated all of a sudden, right, is ludicrous. The people that are vaccinated and are getting vaccinated and have gotten vaccinated are, in my opinion, that's it. There's around the 40% of the country that just doesn't give a fuck. They don't give a shit. Now, also factor in that getting vaccinated, it takes 2 weeks-ish for the vaccine to reach, peak efficiency. Right, so let's say someone sees, Omicron surge, they get vaccinated. They're not going to be at peak protection for at least 2 weeks. Let's assume they weren't even vaccinated at all, and this is their first dose. Right, so again, The whole way that the vaccine is set out to work is incongruent with this plan here. People are going to see a surge and then get vaccinated, but the vaccine takes 2 weeks to take effect. Right? Now, again, I'm telling you to get vaccinated. You should have gotten vaccinated in fucking April. I got vaccinated on day 1. I got my booster shot a couple weeks ago. I'm good, right? But again, not everyone does that. Right? So, and the idea that they're just, and also this, I really just want to focus on this one.
We can do it if we do all the things available for us.
The idea that he's trying to cast just like, get vaccinated or don't. That's all we can do? Really? That's all we can do? That's all we can do. Yeah, get vaccinated or don't. That's it. That's our only option. What? Am I crazy? Are you crazy? Someone here is crazy. Lockdown's not an option. We can't lock down the economy. Pay everyone $2,000 a month. Give them free grocery delivery, free pharmaceutical delivery. That's not possible. That's not available to us. The USPS stopped existing, apparently. There's no such thing as the USPS. Stopped existing. What about the military? We just funded a $7 trillion military budget, nearly $8 trillion military budget, I should say. Why don't we activate the National Guard to help out with the USPS and giving free food and pharmaceutical delivery, mass delivery, PPE, all that shit to every household in America? Is that not available to us? That's the world that Dr. Fauci wants you to think exists. That is not the world as we know it. There are things like the National Guard that could be activated. There is the USPS. The USPS has existed actually for a couple hundred years. It's actually everyone around the world knows about the USPS. But now we're in a pandemic. Everyone wants you to forget about the USPS. They want to forget that there is a literal, we have zip codes. We're not starting from scratch. We have zip codes. We have street addresses. We know where people live. We have hotels and motels. We can build more housing, right? We can turn hotels and motels into homeless shelters. And just keep them that way, right? But he wants you to pretend that we can't hope for anything better. The only thing you can hope for is to get vaccinated. Or don't. Is for your coworker to get vaccinated or not. For your family member to get vaccinated or whatever. That's the best idea that they have. We need vaccine mandates. In my opinion, I know this is controversial for some people. In my opinion, if you are able to be vaccinated, right? You are not immunocompromised to the degree where your body would reject the vaccine. If you are able to be vaccinated and you want to participate in society, I want you to be strapped down and have, I believe in forced vaccinations. I do. And I say that genuinely. Now, again, I also think, let's give you an option. The option shouldn't be not get vaccinated and continue to participate in society. The option should be, you ever play Minecraft and you do the challenge where you start on an island with one tree? That's the other option. I want to make a reality TV show, right? Send you to the woods somewhere, build a giant fence around a fucking nature reserve, right? Send you to the woods and have fun. You don't belong in society. If you are not going to do your part to be a member of society, then get the fuck out. If you want to go live in the woods, we'll give you an axe, we'll give you some wood, and we'll give you one, starter chest. It's got a torch and it's got some coal in it, right? If you want to not be a member of society, go for it, Jack. It should be an option. But the idea that you can walk around in the grocery store with no mask on without a vaccine and carry a virus and spread it to people, that to me is ridiculous. Go fuck yourself. And if you want to be a member of society and you don't want to get vaccinated, all right, I'll strap you the fuck down and inject that shit inside of you. That's my opinion. I believe in forced vaccinations. I believe in any means necessary. If you want to be a participant in society, you must get vaccinated against this virus and disease. Because people that cannot get vaccinated, that want to go outside, that haven't been outside in 2.5 years, they don't deserve to go through this bullshit because you're a selfish fucking ass. Right? Oh, bodily autonomy, bodily autonomy. I say while going to Wendy's and not reading food labels. Okay, bodily autonomy. Okay, whatever. Is getting lead out of gasoline fucking with our bodily autonomy? Is getting asbestos out of our schools fucking with our bodily autonomy? Huh? Does anyone actually think that? No, because they're not fucking stupid. Actually, they are fucking stupid, and that's what the anti-vax morons are doing. But again, Fauci wants you to believe the government is powerless. They're powerless. They have no power at all. They cannot enforce a mandate. They cannot do anything. They cannot give you stimulus checks. All you have to do in this time of crisis is go to work. There's the end of the world happening, and people still have to go to work. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And Fauci just wants you to believe it. He wants you to believe that nothing better is even imaginable. You will, like, the idea that you could think of designing a society in your head that's better than it is right now, that's not okay. The only solution, get vaccinated or don't. Whatever. That's not a solution. That's called a death wish.